everyone, welcome to Biotechnica. Today I'm going to talk about CUET PG 2022. If you are a bachelor graduate and planning to pursue your PG, then this video is for you. Please keep watching till the end. So with no more delay, let's get started to the video. Hey ardent learners, this is Caroline Green from Biotechnica. So let's get started to the video. So first, what is this CUET PG 2022? This CUET PG 2022 is otherwise called as Common University Entrance Test, and it's been conducted by NTA, which is National Testing Agency, which usually conducts this UGC NET, or we can say this NEET examinations. So they are conducting another exam which is going to be this CUET PG 2022. And what's the motto of this examination? The main motto of this examination is to provide admission to all the PG students. Yes, in all the central universities as well as many participating universities will also be involving in it. So this is under Ministry of Education. Previously it was MHRD and now it's going to be Ministry of Education. Yes. Okay, what is the more important thing about this CUET? What's the most important of this CUET we can say? So it is like a single window opportunity. It's going to provide you a single window opportunity for all the bachelorette graduates to come and pursue their master's program. Yes. So who is going to conduct? We already know it's going to be NTA, which is the National Testing Agency. Yes. So this year NTA is going to conduct this examination. Next, we are going to talk in detail about the exam pattern or exam details. So how is this exam going to be conducted? This exam is conducted in an online mode, or we can call it computer-based test mode. So this is going to be a normal CBT board. So you can attend this online, right? What is the medium of the question paper? Is it going to be in English or it's going to be in Hindi, or what is it going to be? It's going to be in bilingual. So English and Hindi is also going to be there with certain exceptions, which is going to be for languages as well as for Sahitya papers. Apart from that, there's going to be a bilingual paper. How much hours it's going to be? It's going to be only 2 hours. It's going to be only 2 hours. So there's going to be 2 slots, or we can say 2 shifts. So one in the morning and one in the evening. So we are going to talk in detail about it later. What is the exam pattern? There are going to be 100 questions and 25 questions are going to be general aptitude and 75 questions are going to be domain-specific knowledge questions, which means we are going to talk about all the subjects in detail. So 25 questions will come from a normal general aptitude and remaining 75 questions will usually come from any of the subjects that you are going to prefer. Yes. So this is all about the exam pattern. Now let's talk about the marking scheme. Yes. So I already told you there are going to be 100 questions and 25 are going to be general aptitude, and remaining 75 are going to be the subject of your interest. And how is this marking scheme going to be? So for every question, they are going to give 4 marks. If you write correct answers, then you will get, for every correct answer, you are going to get 4 marks. And if you make incorrect response to a question, there would be deduction of 1 mark from the marks that you totally got. Yes. So unanswered or unattempted response will be given no marks. If you're not attempting any question, there's no marks for that. Okay. And very important, to answer a question, the candidates needs to choose one option as the correct option, which means they are telling it's going to be MCQ type of examination. MCQ. You have to choose any one correct of it. So 4 marks for correct and 1 mark for negative marking is there. So please choose the answers appropriately, whichever you know, and attempt the questions. Yes. Okay. So the schedule of the examination. Yes, let's talk about it. So when is the date of the examination? Still now it's not been decided, which the NTA website you have to check in. So where you'll get to know about the announcement later. Yes. We already talked about the mode of examination, which is going to be CBT mode, which is the computer-based mode. And I already told you that there are going to be 2 shifts, or we can say 2 slots. So I'll be talking about this in detail. You have to take this into consideration. One is going to be slot 1. Another one is going to be slot 2, or we can say shift 1 and shift 2. So shift 1 will have exams from 10 a.m. in the morning till 12 at the noon. And slot 2 is going to have exam from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And this exam is going to be conducted for 10 days. So if I have to talk about one day, for one day, there's going to be 2 slots. And there are 2 slots. So if you're going to calculate it for 10 days, 20 slots are going to be there. So you can write even 20 subjects, but usually people stick on to 3 subjects. Yes. What is the timing? We already know about it, and the hours are going to be 2 hours. If you want to attempt some 2 subjects, suppose I want to attempt microbiology, if I want to attempt biotechnology, I can choose any of them and I can write accordingly. Yes. Okay. Next one. What's the eligibility? Very important thing that you have to take this into considerations. Age limit. Age limit, very good news. You can see it over here. There is no upper age limit for applying for this CUET PG 2022, which is a really nice thing. There is no upper age limit. If you are a bachelorette and you wanted to pursue your master's, but still now you don't have an opportunity, now you have the opportunity to apply now. Yes. So listen, so the candidates will be required to fill age criteria. I told you there's no upper age limit, but usually here we'll be talking about 22 universities who will be participating this year. So you can choose any of these 42 university of your interest, or we can say whichever subjects you want to study. But there are certain university which also has some age criteria. So also look into the website. So you can also check in for the syllabus, or we can say the brochure, which will be given in the description box below. Okay, the next one is going to be qualification. Okay, who can apply for this CUET PG 2022? Yes, anybody who have a bachelorate degree with 55%. This 55% of your marks can vary according to the university. I'll be showing you a slide where you'll be seeing some 50% of marks in some category and 55% of mark in another category. So according to the university, you should know the eligibility criteria. Yes, you can see that, which will be given in the description box below. The candidates should have passed bachelor's degree or any of the equivalent degree, or people who are appearing even in 2022. If you are going to be one of them who are applying for this examination, you have not completed it, but you are in the final year, then you can also go in for this CUET PG 2022. If you're in your bachelor's final year, then you can apply for it. The candidates who wish to apply, always please make sure that you have to visit the required desired university that you want to apply for. So if your university is going to be something else, or we can say any of the Central University of Karnataka or whatever it is, so you have to look in for the area of your interest or the subjects that you want to study. Go over there, click on to their website, check for the age availability or age criteria, and also you have to check in for this things, everything detail about it. Yes. The next one, this is very important, which is given in the brochure. This is a very important thing that I'm going to talk about here. Yes. So I told you usually there won't be any relaxation, but certain university has relaxation in marks. So they are giving some quota, all these things. That's why I'm telling you to go and check in for every website if you are desiring to see so. Yes. So existing policies regarding quota, some has like for ST, SC, they are giving some 55% of minimum marks in your bachelor's degree. 5% relaxation is there. So you have to check in for university which gives such kind of relaxations. Okay, the next one, candidates are advised to satisfy before applying. They possess the eligibility criteria that they are applying to the university. That's very important. If you want to go in for a very specific university, you have to check in for the eligibility criteria of that university. Yes. Okay, next one. One example I'm going to take and I'm going to make it understandable for everybody. Suppose if I want to pursue my MSc in microbiology in this university, which is going to be Hari Singh Gaur Vishwa Vidyalaya. If I want to pursue over there, then what's the eligibility they have given? So this is from the brochure which I've taken. So you have to be a graduate in life science and you need to be a bachelorate graduate, and they are giving 45% of the marks for unreserved people who can be belonging to economically weaker section, as well as for OBC non-creamy layer people. They need to have almost 45% of your marks in the bachelor degree. Yes, but there is also a relaxation which is given by this university. If anybody wants to pursue your MSc in microbiology, if you are belonging to SC, ST or person with disability, then you have a relaxation of 5%. So you have a relaxation of 5%. So what you have to do, there are list of universities which is given and there are list of subjects which is given. So you have to go and check in for it and check for the eligibility criteria. If everything satisfied, then you can mark your university of your interest. Okay. The next one, you can see these are some of the courses where life science graduates can check in for this. There's going to be biotechnology, MSc biotechnology, you can see in this university. And there's going to be environmental microbiology, life sciences MSc. And you can look in for all these universities which is actually listed over there. Check in for the eligibility criteria which is given and accordingly apply to these universities. Okay, so let's talk about the universities under CUET PG 2022. So I already told you there are going to be 42 universities which are actually participating this year, but there's no Delhi University this time. So we will talk about all these universities, which are the universities that are participating this year. So you can see it over here. There are central universities and there are going to be some 6 state universities which is actually being involved this time. So you can list out all these things and check in over once again. Yes. So it's 16 over here and you can see the rest of the universities which is given over here, the Central University of Tamil Nadu. And there are many more, but you can see only one deemed university is actually participating this year, one deemed university. So we can say 42 university, out of them, some 6 universities are going to be state universities and only 1 are going to be deemed university. So apart from that, everything are going to be central university. So if you are one among them who wants to study in a very specific university, look in for the course that's given over there, check in for the eligibility. If everything is fine, please do apply for the same university accordingly. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to talk about only life sciences, but there are a lot of subjects which is listed in the brochure. You can check it over. So if you want to know about all the subjects, then you can look in for the page or the annexure, which is from page number 77 to 262. Yes. So molecular biology is given. If anybody wants to do it, you can do it. Life sciences is given. Microbiology, biochemistry, nutrition biology or nutrition courses is also there. Food technology is there. Bioinformatics. Bioinformatics is also offered only for females in certain colleges. And plant biotechnology, microbiology and immunology is there. Animal biotechnology, plant biotechnology, immunology, human genetics. You can see wildlife sciences, marine biotechnology is also there, marine biology is also there. And there are engineering courses also. There are going to be MSc courses also which is given over here. Nutrition, environmental science, forestry, horticulture. All these universities are listed over here. All the subjects are also given over here. So check for which are the universities which has all these courses and apply accordingly. Okay, so we already know it. I told you there are going to be slots or we can say shifts. So I told you there are going to be 2 shifts, right? Yes, there are going to be 2 shifts. So shift 1 in the morning and shift 2 in the evening. So shift 1 in the morning will be around 9:30 or we can say 10 o'clock. It starts till 2 o'clock, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. we can say. And shift 2 is going to be from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yes. So first day I told you this examination is going to be conducted for 10 days. You can also check in for the syllabus of all these subjects which will be given in the description box. Okay, so there are going to be 10 days the examination will be happening. For every day there will be 2 shifts. So this is the first day. On the first day you can see slot 1 and slot 2. So this is not required for us, which talks about English, yoga and all those things. If anybody were studying nanoscience, then you can look in for this. The first day, you have to check in for the paper codes. This is very important, paper code, if you want to study nanosciences, if you want to write exam MSc or MTech or MSc or B.Ed, then you have to look in for this one. This is in the first day and shift 1. Yes. And the second slot, you can see other courses. If anybody wants to pursue power and energy and electrical engineering, then you can go for this. The second day comes our exams. Yes, so you can see on the second day, first slot, which is going to be 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you are going to have your examinations. Yes, so life sciences, botany, if you're belonging to BSc in botany or zoology or molecular biology, any of these courses. So this is very important. So please make a note of it, and please make a note of this code. This is really, really important. If you are belonging to either MSc or bachelor's, or if you're belonging to any of these things, BTech, then you can go in for this thing. Yes, it is on second day, but first slot. Yes. And there is a second slot which is for some other subjects. Yes, this is on the third day. This is not needed for us. So there are 2 slots which is given. The next one is going to be the 4th day. And the next one is going to be on the 5th day. On the 5th day, you can see on the first slot, which is 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, people who want to study chemistry or pharmacology or pharmaceutical chemistry, everybody can go in for this slots. Yes. So these are some other, which I told you it's going to be for 10 days. So 6th day, 7th day and 8th day. 8th day, they have given zoology. So if you want to pursue MSc in zoology very specifically, then you can go and write on the 8th day first slot. So you have to choose the paper code accordingly in the application form. Before that, you have to go in for the entire brochure. Yes. Okay. This is not required. Okay. Let's talk about how to apply for this CUET PG 2022. This is very important. Do not make any mistake while you're applying for this examination. What's the first thing that you're going to do? If you're a bachelor's and you know the college now, you know the university where you're going to apply, you know the eligibility criteria, check in for everything detailedly and then choose it. Yes. So how can I apply? Yes, the application is already started, which is on 19th of May it has started. So it will be end by July 18th. So till that period, you can literally apply for it. Yes. So how can I apply? This is the official website. You can also type in CUET PG 2022, where you will get your official website and you can go in and then log in. Okay, after that, when you've completed texting this website or writing your website and then clicking onto this, then what do I have to see? You can literally see it over here. This is very important. Click on the registration. This area, you will get something like this and you have to click onto this registration for CUET PG 2022. Just click onto this. After clicking onto this, you will get something like this onto the upper side. Yes. So you will have something like this. You are being redirected to an external website. Onto that, click onto OK. Yes. After clicking onto the OK, then you will be proceeded to this side. This is very important. You can look in over. So you can see here, there are 2 things which is given. One is going to be new registration. Another one is going to be sign-in option. So if you are the one who is going to apply for the first time, then you have to go in for new registration. Okay, so you have to click onto this new registration. So it will redirect you to this new registration site and just click onto this new registrations. After clicking onto this new registration, you can see a page like this. You have to read everything which is given over here because you are also going to do online payment. And you have to check in for this one. There is registration. We are going to do first thing is going to be registration and then we are going to fill up our application form and finally we are going to do fee payment. Yes, it can be through online mode. We'll be talking about this in detail. It can be net banking or you can do it through your UPI ID or whatever it is or through your debit or credit card, whatever it is. Yes. So first we will be talking about registrations. Before going in for this, you should download the brochure information bulletin which is given over here. You have to download it and then you have to check in for all the university eligibility criteria once again and then go in for this one. Yes. And how much is the examination fees? So if you are going to be a general candidate, then you have to pay almost 800 rupees. So you have to pay 800 rupees. And if you are belonging to economically weaker section, but you are going to be a general candidate, or you're belonging to OBC, then you have to pay 600 rupees. And if you're going to be SC or ST, or we can say the third gender, then you have to pay 550 rupees for your examination. And if they are going to be person with a disability, it's going to be 500 for your application forms. And if you want to, this is for 3 subjects. We can say you can do it for 3 subjects. Suppose if anybody wants to write more than that, then for that there are separate extra money we have to pay, and you have to write for it. Okay, after this, below this, you will see such kind of pages I told you. In case if anybody wants to write more than 3 test papers, if you want to go in for it, then you have to pay additionally extra. Let's suppose take if you are belonging to general category and you have already paid 800 rupees. And if I want, this is for 3 subjects, 3 test papers. And if I want to write another 2 test papers, which is of my interest, 2 subjects extra, so that time I have to pay something extra, 200 plus 200 for each of these things. Yes. So if anybody wants from general and economically weaker sections, then they have to pay something extra, 150. And SC, ST extra if you want to do, then you have to go in for all these things. Okay, how is the process actually takes place? You have to read everything which is given over here. You have to know about the password. So you should know there has to be an uppercase, lowercase, and some kind of special symbols and numbers. It has to be 8 to 13 letters. It has to be there, and you have to remember this one. And very importantly, you will be generated an application number. Do not ever forget your application number, because that application is for the further corresponding purposes. Yes. So this is about the password. You have to read it once again, and you can also reset your password if your email ID or your number is perfectly fine. Okay, after doing this, please do click on to this one. Yes, so just check in for this one and then click on to this one to proceed. You have to click on to this one and then you can proceed. After you're clicking on to this one, it will take you to this page. Here we are going to do registration now. Here you have to type in all your personal details perfectly. You have to write your candidates' names, which is same exactly in your 10th mark sheet. That's very important. Your father's name, same. Accordingly, you can see it in your 10th mark sheet. So you can write accordingly, and your mother's name and date of birth. You have to mention it properly, gender, and then nationality, and then identity type. You can give passport or you can give your ration card. It will be drop down button. So you can see over there other things like even bank book along with your photos can be given, your account number. All these details. So you can just click whichever is and then type your identification number over there. Like suppose if it's going to be a bank along with your passport or anything else, you have to type in for this passport ID, or we can say your bank account number. Yes. The next one is going to be the present address where you are actually living. Yes. So there you have to write your door number and locality and the country where you are actually living, the district, pin code. And this is very important. Mobile number. This is very important. Many used to make a mistake over there. Please make sure you're writing your mobile number properly, because all the communication will be made in your mobile number only. And confirm your mobile number along with your email address. Yes. And confirm your email address and make sure you're getting the notification always. And you can also give you an alternate contact number for your purpose. Yes. Okay. If your present address and permanent address are same, just click on to this link, or else you have to type in for the permanent address again. After doing this, you will be clicking on to the proceed next button, and then after completing the form, just click on to submit button. So when you are about to submit this one, there will be a very important box which will be seen over. It's a review page. You have to read it. Please review the following information carefully. They are giving another opportunity to check in for all the details again. If you like to change any information that you feel like you have entered wrongly, then you can click on to the edit registration form, and then again you can go and change. If you're not changing at this point of time, you cannot make any changes. After that, click on to submit, and it will be sending you an OTP number to the number that you have, phone number that you have actually entered. Okay. After that, it will ask you to check everything is correct. Your name is correct. If your name is correct, then you have to Click over there. If your father's name spelling is correct, mother's name, date of birth, gender, address, mobile number, email ID, if everything is correct, click on to everything and then click on to I agree, and then you can submit and send OTP. If you want to make changes, then you can click on to this edit button and then make changes, and then you can submit and send OTP. Yes. Okay. After that, it will again ask you like this, do you wish to submit? Yes. Okay. And then get OTP. You just have to click. If everything is correct, just click on to yes button. So now we have done with the registration process. After you click onto the submit button, you will get a OTP in your mobile number. Just type that OTP in the column which is given over there, and then you'll be proceeded to this page. Now you can see the current status of your applications. So the first registration form is actually done. So it is showing completed. So now you cannot make any changes of your name or whatever it is given over there because it's been done. Yes. So the next one is going to be application form, which is incomplete, and we are going to do that, and then fee payment, which is going to be incomplete. Yes, which we are going to do through online mode. The next one is going to be very important, application number. So you have to make a note of this one because this is really important. This is mainly for the further correspondent. So make sure that you write it somewhere else or make it as a note somewhere else. And now you have to click on to this button, which is going to be complete application form. Yes. So after this, what are the things we are going to do? Yes. I'm going to list out what are the things you actually need or what are the information that you actually need. Yes. So you have already given your candidate name. So you will be having it. Your candidate's date of birth, which is already done in your registration. So the same one you are going to give it over here. Gender, you have already done. Father's name, mother's name. Nationality is also done. And which state or union territory where you have studied your 12th. If you are from Karnataka, or if you are from Tamil Nadu, or if you are from Maharashtra, then you're going to write that. And which category you are belonging to. Is it going to be general or OBC, NCL or whatever it is, you are going to click over there. And if you are a person with a disability, there's going to be 40%. They're asking about the benchmark disability, 40%. If you are going to be that, then you can click onto this one. Yes. If not, then you can leave that one. Type of disability, they're asking only visible. If PWE, if you have written it as S, then you have to mark this one. Okay, if anybody who's going to be blind and if they want anybody's help to write the examination, they're asking it for that. Do you want any kind of scribe to help you out write this examination? If they are not able to write the examination, if they are one among the physically challenged person, then they can write it as yes. Others, no need to mention this. And this is very important. If anybody is diabetic, please mention yes, because if there's any emergency, they can help you out. The next one is place of residence, which they're asking whether you are from a rural area or from an urban area. Click accordingly. And this is annual family income. So yearly, your family income, how much is it? They will be giving a list of amount which will be listed over there. You just have to click accordingly. It's like a drop down button where you have to click according to your annual income. The next is mode of preparation. Are you studying self, or if they are going for somewhere else and learning to any institute or whatever it is, you just have to click on to that one. Yes. Okay, the medium of schooling. Okay, when you were studying in school, are you belonging to English medium or Hindi medium or Tamil medium or Telugu medium or Kannadiga medium, whatever it is, Kannada medium or whatever it is, you can just click onto that. Okay, the next one is ID proof. So previously I told you during registration, we have given one ID proof, which can be your passport or which can be a ration card, which can be bank details, whatever it is. So it's better if you use Aadhaar card details or passport or ration card, whichever you have used already. And then you have to write this government ID proof. Yes. And next you have to write applying for all permissible combination of paper 1 and paper 2. This they are talking about. I told you can do it shift 1 and shift 2 also. And you have to select which session are you applying for, which means you are applying for session 1, shift 1 or shift 2. I already told you life science students has exams in the morning. So you have to write session 1 over there. Yes, okay. The next one, exam and center details. If anybody wants to know about where is the exam center, in this video, you'll be seeing in the description box below. So the brochure will be given over there. Just click onto this. It's a lot of pages will be given over there. You just have to type what is going to be the exam center. According to the close by location, you can choose accordingly. Yes. So you can choose all the drop down button and then choose of your interest. And then qualifying details or your graduation. So you're done with your schooling. Now we are talking about your bachelor's degree. So did you pass the examination? Then you can mark it. year of passing. When did you pass this bachelor exam? Just please click onto this, and then qualifying examination you have to type. Then where did you do your schooling, college, everything you have to write, which district, which school board you have done, whether it's CBSE or you're belonging to international schools, or if you're belonging to a state board, whatever it is, you have to mention over there. And then what's the result mode you have to write. There is a drop down button where you have to see. And then CGPA, how much you have scored, and what is the total score, total marks, and how much you have gotten your examination, and how much is the percentage of your marks that you've got, along with the roll number. You have to write your roll number, the college name and the address, and the college pin code. You have to write the college pin code also. And next they are talking about if you have done another bachelor degree or whatever it is, then you can write that also. They are giving a lot of options to do that. If you have not done, then you can leave this option as it. Okay, yes. The next one is going to be additional details. Yes. So they are asking some more additional details like name of other brother or sister of class, only visible if you are a twin. If you are a twin, then you can do for this option, or else you can leave this option as such. Yes. So finally, after doing all these things, your application process is done. Then you have to upload certain things like your photographs or your signatures. And if you are, there is an annexure which is actually given at the end of it. If you are belonging to SC, ST, or person with disability, or OBC, NCL, or a general category who have EWS, then you have to upload that documents at the end. If everything is done, then it will be redirecting you to the payment procedures. After that, this I already talked about in detail. I told you 800 for up to 3 test papers. If you want to attempt 3 tests, then you can go in for 800. If you want to write any more extra apart from it, then you have to pay something 200 extra, and you have to do. And OBC, I already told you 600 and 150, and for SC 550 you have to pay for 3 papers. And if you want to write any more extra, then you have to pay extra 150 for every paper. And if anybody wants to write this exam, and if you are living out of India, then whatever it is, if you want to write for 3 papers, 4,000 rupees. And if you want to write some extra papers for every papers, you have to pay rupees 1,000 rupees. And you can also go in for net banking. You can go in for net banking. You can also go in for UPI. You can also go in for your debit card or your credit card method. So the application process is kind of very easy. While uploading documents, after doing all these things, while uploading document, make sure you have in a PDF or JPEG, whichever is given. According to this weight, you have to do everything properly. And if everything is done, then it will be taking you to the payment session. Yes, very important. This is the most important thing that you have to remember. I told you the application has already been started, and when is the last date, or we can say the deadline. So you have to do this thing before 18th of June. Okay, you have to do it before 18th of June. Till 11:50 p.m. Please don't wait until that time. It's better to make it before, because sometimes the website will not be available, or there would be server unavailable will be coming over there. So don't make anything at the last moment. And the payment option they have given till 11:50 on 19th. So you can do payment. The application process has to be done before 18th, but they are giving one more extra day for payment, which is on 19th of June. Yes. So you can also do corrections after that, like 22 of June, there is a correction. You can, if there is any mistake, you can go in for this correction status. And admit cards, everything will be announced later in the NTA website. And when is the date of examination will also be announced in the NTA website. And we already know it's going to be 2 hours, 2 shifts, and the language is going to be English and Hindi. And very importantly, please make a note of this website, which is going to be CUET PG 2022, or you can just click onto this one. Okay, yes. So you have to make corrections very carefully, as further no chance of corrections will be done after these days. So make sure that you're doing everything properly, and the last date is going to be 18th. So I wish everybody who are going to write this CUET PG 2022, I wish everybody get the college of your interest and the stream that you want to write. And if you have any questions based on this one, you can just comment below. If you really like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Biotechnica. Thank you all of you joining. We'll meet in the next video.